We've all seen the headlines. Block lays off nearly half of its staff because of AI. Its CEO said most companies will do the same. This is a headline amongst many others around the whole Block layoff. And I've been sleeping on this for a while, maybe not sleeping, but I've been just quietly reading what people have written about this as well. And here's my take on it as well, because I don't think it is as easy as internet tries to make it. So we have one half that says this is hyperbolic, it's overhyped, and nothing is AI here. And then we have the other half of the internet saying basically that and then we have the other half of the internet saying this is AI and this will come for us all. And where's the truth? Let's figure that out together, because I'm torn on all of this as well. This is coming from a hotel room in Norway where I'm bound to jump into a leadership training for 3 days with a group of people, leadership and AI training, of course, with a group of people. So hence not my normal setup, but this will have to make do. Also a bit of a new format as well that I'm trying out. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions or thoughts around this. But what happened with the whole Block thing? We got 4,000 employees fired in one day. We got a 40% first cut. We got roughly 20% in stock increase. And we also have big revenues from the whole profitable company. And it happened last week. As said, the CEO explicitly blames AI. He explicitly points out that this is why we do this. Let's figure out if that's true or not. But I said some figures, it's profitable. They're running with a high net income as of last year. They've grown quite significantly throughout the years. And they also now have a new target in regards to GP per employee as well, and which is, I think is, at least from my perspective, super high. I want to understate that this is a profitable company. And as you can see, revenues are not growing that much as of last year, but still gross profit and net income seems to be healthy, at least from my point of view. Jack Dorsey explicitly says that this is due to AI. This has nothing to do with anything else but AI. That's his take. He acknowledged that they've overhired to some extent. We'll get back to that later. And employees are supporting this as well. This is one quote from Ivan, which he went on Business Insider. I think the quote below here is super interesting. I felt the rumblings of AI disruption for a while because I was using it in my work and noticed that the tools were getting better as well. If you look throughout comments on X and LinkedIn, people acknowledging that they are utilizing AI heavily at Block. It's supporting that story. It's also worth mentioning because I've seen that going about in media that it's mainly support roles being laid off. Like as far as I found at least, there are not only support roles being made redundant, it's across the board. This is a limited view. I know that. I'm not on the inside. This is a data analyst. The people I've seen they've been all engineers. As far as I know, it's not only support role, it's core engineering roles as well. Then to what extent, I don't know, of course, but neither do any of the analysts out there talking about that it's only support roles being made redundant. If we look then at the evidence against and for, so the evidence for that this is actually AI. This is AI that is taking people's jobs, maybe not taking people's, but making people redundant at least. What's the evidence for that? They have an AI tool. It's called GOOSE. It's open source. They've been using that for quite a while. So they have proper tooling. We know that. You can actually go in and test this yourself if you're a decent engineer. The CTO has been in multiple interviews, and that's also why Block has been on my radar for at least a year. I think it was May or something that I first discovered that, hey, these are really doubling down on the whole AI thing as well. And I have a couple of companies that I try to keep a close eye on as well. And the CTO has been in multiple podcasts talking about really the inner workings of GOOSE, the tool that I just mentioned. So it seems like they've invested a lot, and Jack Dorsey has been outspoken about this in the past as well. Hence, that's why they're on my sort of watch list. So they've been quite outspoken about this in the past. That is, at least from my point of view, supporting the claims that this is AI. They also reorganized in the past, and that happened first. Like they reorganized themselves a bit around AI. So they've already taken precautions to find an organization that matches their whole AI capabilities. And one could probably list more things as well. I know that a lot of people internally have been working towards utilizing AI at Block. Hence, I think there are a strong supporting side to where you could actually see that AI could scoop up parts of the job as well. The benchmarks or the numbers that have been seen throwing around is roughly that it can take 8 to 10 hours worth of work. But then if we look at the evidence against, it's not AI. Dorsey went out on Twitter saying that he overhired during COVID. Absolutely, that's, for me, it's also clear evidence against. As someone points out in the comments here as well, if we declare this first openly, would that be something that was in line with supporting the stock then or not? One can argue about that. So clear evidence against. Sam Altman also called it AI washing, not the Block incident, but on 19th of February, a couple of days before this, he went out saying that he doesn't see this at all. Hence, also that's, for me, a data point at least, when OpenAI's CEO says that, it's definitely in his interest to say the opposite, that AI could replace people. So when he says that this is more washing, I don't know if he was aware of what was bound to happen at Block or not, but I think it says something at least. The market rewarded the cut, not that it was AI. Of course, it has to do with AI to some extent, but what they actually rewarded was the cut, that they made people redundant. Hence, they could do more with less, or they could see that this is a positive thing for the stock, hopefully at least. The inner workings of this is always tricky, but from my perspective, I think the market rewarded the cut, not that the cut was due to or bound to the AI part. That's my analysis of it. What's the verdict here as well? I think it's a mix of two. I think there's true impact from the tools that they have. And we could see that well before all of this happened. But I also think that probably they did some kind of PR, some kind of fixing the structural mistakes that they did to do. And the market usually loves layoffs, of course, or you love, but they reward layoffs at least. I think it's a mix of the two. And I think it's too easy to just say that, oh, it's not AI or it is AI. I think the truth lies somewhere in between. I think that they see real benefits of this as well. I think we will see more of this because, once again, when people get their eyes on this and see that, oh, we could potentially have our stock price increase. We could maybe do more with less. Once you've opened the floodgates of this, even if it's AI or not, I think a lot of people will just copy this. What's my summary of all of this? I think that AI can eliminate significant work. Most gains are mostly in software engineering right now. And we've seen that in GDP Val. We've seen it in a multitude of other places as well. I think really we can see benefits from AI where it can go in and eliminate significant work if we want to. I'm not saying that we should, but it can do that as well. We need to talk honestly and openly about this as well. This was not possible a couple of months ago, but it's now becoming possible due to the advances of AI. And I think it can replace significant chunks of work. Not saying, once again, that we should, not saying, once again, that the organization is ready to harbor those efficiencies or that we can just replace people like one-offs. But I think if organizations are smart, if they're set up in a good way, we could eliminate significant portions of work. I think the limitation lies within the organization, not with the technical capabilities of the models or the tools either. And we need to start exercise that idea. And I'm a bit tired, in all honesty, and that's also part why I'm doing this as well, because it's so easy to just dismiss technology and say it's not there yet, and also to overhype and say it can do everything. So we need to have a balanced discussion about this, and I'm lacking that balanced discussion because it's either or. To some extent, it's like peeing our pants a bit, because yes, it's comfortable to say right now that AI will not take any significant part of work, but if that is a possibility and we can see now on the horizon that this is a possibility, we should not be underestimating the impact of this. So I think we need to have this on our radars and we need to start talking about this. And I also do believe that the 40% cut is not purely AI. I'm a strong believer in this as well. And once again, it makes a good headline, of course, but I think it's important also to not overemphasize on that it can automatically just do work. This is partly an AI play, I think, as well, and partly a structural mistake. And I think it's a combination of the two. That said, once again, they might not be the only organization feeling this way or having those kind of prerequisites going into this as well. Will we see more of this? Most likely. But it's not only AI, it's not only structural mistake. I think it's a combination of the two. Wall Street rewarded this heavily. We've seen the AI narrative happen in the past. I think we will see more of that AI narrative going forward as well. We need to have honest conversations about this. And if you're a CEO, you need to have deep thought around how do you want to do this whole AI transformation. Because if this is the narrative you're going with, you can be pretty certain that your people won't be super keen on adopting AI. And you might want to do that, but without then letting people go. It's easy to buy into the hype, shareholders, but think hard and thorough about, will you need people going forward? Don't just default to the AI narrative. Be honest and about why you're doing layoffs. So we see now that AI skills are not layoff insurance. This is particularly true for the whole block layoff, where we see people, and they've interviewed people, and I've seen people on X and LinkedIn pointing towards that they've been using AI tools actively. They've even been part of building AI tools or contributing to AI tools, but they got laid off. So the whole center brand around AI won't take your job, but someone using AI will. Let's just dismiss that once and for all. Not saying that you shouldn't now go in and not working with AI, but we need to have an open mindset even around this as well, where AI per se won't save your job. I don't think that has been true. I don't think it will be true going forward either. We will see people getting laid off even if they're AI proficient. And for all the leaders out there, the real question here is how you transform, not if you transform. Transformation will be necessary, I think, for most of us. It's how you do that transformation that matters. If you believe that your organization will need people in the future, which I do believe that organization still will be needing, who knows what will happen in the future, but for the foreseeable future, as we live, the next coming years, we will for sure need people. So how you do that transformation is crucial. We need to do it, but how you do it, when you start defaulting as a leader to, oh, it's AI, and not addressing the underlying issues, which might have nothing to do with AI, then what will you do once, the AI cord is drawn? Because I think you can play it maybe once or twice. But beyond that, what will you do then to your people, to your shareholders, to whoever it might be? So think about that hard and think about that thorough. And that was it. That was this maybe not so short video, but I deemed it important to jump on and do this whole thing because it's driving me nuts that we're in this polarized, I don't know what, where we have people saying, oh, AI it's just hype and overblown and we will be fine, everything will be fine. And then you have people saying AI is going to take it all, it's already there. And the truth is somewhere in between, but that's not getting any likes and that's not getting any YouTube views and that's not having on anyone buy anything either, I assume. So maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot, but I don't care because this is the right thing to do. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.